Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning, Bentas. Good morning, the beautiful people of South Africa. Today, as the 1st of November 2020, we learn that Ramaphosa has a case to answer. And if Ramaphosa has a case to answer, meaning that he has to step aside to go and answer that question. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the topic of today that I want to engage you in, that I want to maybe just share my thoughts about it. Dumelang bohle people in Botswana, dumelang bohle people in Nigeria, in Germany, United States. So we're going to be talking about the Phala Phala saga today. What is the Phala Phala saga? Some of you saying, I've been hearing people talking about Phala Phala, Phala Phala this. What is Phala Phala? Okay, I heard Phala Phala, it's the president's farm, and we hear that millions were found there. But what is this Phala Phala? Everywhere I go, people say, I hear Phala Phala. So the story actually started back at 2020 in the height of the pandemic. At the president's farm called Phala Phala, there was a robbery in which, and alleged up until right now, that an amount of 3 million dollars was found there and other foreign currencies and was stolen. This crime went unreported. Now, it was only found and surfaced in 2022 by the former state boss, Arthur Fraser, who said, do you guys know that your president actually had this amount of money that he had placed in his house? And according to the laws that govern money, you are not allowed to have a particular threshold of money unless that amount needs to be declared and all those things. You know, the Financial Service Act on how you need to be handling money. So that happened when the president was given an opportunity to answer. He said, yes, money was stolen and I reported this to my security guard. Now, if you live in South Africa, we know that if there is a crime that had taken place in your place, a crime that has taken place in your place where you stay, the people that you talk to are not your bodyguards. The people that you talk to are the police. You go open up a case, investigation happens. So this does not happen, and we know now that when he was given other alternatives, actually in Parliament, this year the Speaker of Parliament instituted an inquiry where a former retired judge were given this case to say, can you go investigate, talk to people that know about this issue and say to us whether if the president has a case to answer. And what we know is that the report was handed over yesterday to the Speaker of the Parliament, and it was revealed that yes, the president has the case to answer. Let's backtrack a little bit. We had a president in South Africa by the name of Jacob Zuma, and we know how we lost him. Every time towards his exit to the presidency, he went to want to address the parliament. There was all this thing of pay back the money, pay back the money. Remember that? So now this is almost the same thing. If this was a movie or something, I would say from Nkandla to Phala Phala. We understand that. So it was the same thing. The president was also accused of taking state money and going refurbishing his own private residence, and eventually he was asked to pay the money, and that cost him his job as a president. Now we have a president whom we said, we understand Jacob Zuma was broke, never understood money. Those were the sentiments that were going around. But now we said Ramaphosa is a billionaire. Early in the 90s, when we were trying to understand and comprehend what democracy is, this gentleman was already a billionaire. So now we thought this was a candidate who can not only articulate us as a people in a beautiful way, but this is a man who's already loaded. Already loaded, does not need to be taking any public funds. We know right now that this money has been declared the sale of Angola cattle that were sold in his Phala Phala farm during an auction. We also know that these are not public funds. But here's a question. Does your president in the country where you're watching this video have a private hustle that you know about? Well, our president sells cows. Our president's auctions Angolas. Almost, if I check them, apparently they're the most expensive cows breed. One could go for $1 million. I mean, a million rand in South Africa. So that's what my president does. In the meantime, as he's visiting Europe, visiting UK, and every places, he sells cows. So that is a conflict because now we don't know as he travels on state visit, is he finding himself there after all the formalities have done that, hey dog, if you need any beef situation, the beef is me, I'm the beef man. And also we know that he owns what are these animals that we also know him that he owns? The buffaloes. Yes, our president is a buffalo soldier. My lord, this guy, I thought this brother is gonna start somewhere on the tuck shops and everything. But also we know that he has a certain ownership on the IP of McDonald's in South Africa as well. That we know. So what is expected to be done? What we know this week, that all different state visits that were scheduled to take place were cancelled. In Parliament, the National Council of Provinces, the president was supposed to go attend and answer and session question. That was cancelled as well. But you know what? December, even if he can step aside, he's still a legitimate nominee for the next president of the country. Is he going to step back, allow the situation to happen in the national conference in December, where he's going to take power again? Or is he going to stall so that he can be able to use the apparatus of the government to run whatever that is, so that everything can work on his favor? We are yet to see. This is a gentleman during the 90s that went to sell this constitution to the world. That if the constitution of the country says to you, my brother, you have something to answer with the law. And according to the constitution of ANC, it says if you have something to answer to the law, parallel to that, you need to step aside so that the schedules don't get to conflict. When you're going to talk to the judge, you have to address the public there. So yeah, yes, life is happening as I'm recording. My gardener is doing the most there, cutting the lawn. So if you're hearing that, that's life happening. So yeah, I'm putting back kamurao flag ya Lesotho because ke Mosotho, and whatever that is currently happening in Lesotho right now, I am so excited. The new prime minister, positive energy, want to see transparency, improvement of Basotho people. Big up, Pamisan Tate. So guys, this has been my analogy on how I see this thing happening, the way I view the Palapala thing. So there's a political move that this gentleman has to do, and if he gets to do what's right, I think Ramaphosa, where he is right now, is like, guys, I don't need this hassle alone. I'm okay with it, take it. But people who've got interest are saying, bruh, if you leave, certain things are not gonna come the way it is that you want. Remember, Zuma only got to sit in court after he abdicated his seat from being a president and being a natural person and being a normal person. That you need to know. If you are in the presidency, you have the power to stop, influence, any other decision that has been taking place. So my thing is that this guy really wants to go out. South Africa, obviously, it's a pocket money side hustle for him. But there are people obviously that needs him to be there. So if you step aside, DD will have to come. And believe me, if you have not seen a bright, colorful picture from Didi Mabuza, let this man step aside and then let Didi be the president. You will see the walk. Right now, this guy is high all the time, but we never know. I respect my elders. I never talk ill of my elders. If that came out the wrong way, I apologize, because I know one of these good days I will meet you and I will have to answer for this, and I don't want those conversations. If we have any conversation with any of the people that I talk about, it's empowerment, it's the spreading of love, it's everything else. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a wonderful recording coming straight from Johannesburg. It has been the banter. The name is Mohau. Remember also to check my company out there. We are talent. We're doing everything: steel refurbishment, steel installation, carpentry. We're doing cleaning services, I come there, bring my professionalism, take the politics away. But because this is the platform where we sell ourselves, I sell my business, I sell my skill, I sell how to talk, and I think I look good today. Yeah, yeah. You know, people are saying we need to get our African brothers out of here. Hey, man, hey, these African brothers are doing me nice, man. You know, I look good. I love you, all of you. And yeah, today I'm just relaxing, sending codes and talking to service providers. I have a big job that is already scheduled on January 2023. It has to be done. I can't wait for it. It's a big thing. It's a college, security gates, extension of doors and all those things. I'm excited. But yeah, that has been my thought on Pala Pala, on our president. I love all of you. Let's continue to spread the love.